evening, welcome to the Stephen Knight Show. Hope you're having a great Monday and hopefully it'll go a bit better for you now. Tonight we are back with the latest in sports, fashion, movie reviews, and of course the best indie music out there. Then later in the show we welcome Anthony Bawn of Bawn Television. It's a television show, network, a streaming service for that caters to the LGBT community, and they're expanding that. But he'll join us later on to talk about the network and how you can subscribe and all that. Plus, in Hot Topics, we're talking about everything going on. Omarosa has released some recordings that she took while she was in the White House. And so there's been a lot of backlash about that. And, did she break the law? Whatever. Also, find out what the 62-year-old employee did to his 37-year-old boss because he didn't like her management style. Then, sadly, everyone's been praying for Aretha Franklin, who was in the hospital. We'll be talking about that and sharing our thoughts as well. I want to remind you all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Instagram, and of course, the official website, thestephennightshow.com. You can also check us out on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify. Just go to our website, thestephennightshow.com. Tweet with us during the show. Stephen Knight Show, SHO. It's STEVENKNIGHT, Tweet with us. We tweet during the show. Listen, when we come back, Hot Topics. Right back after this.
I never felt like this before. This life feels incredible. Together we can do anything. So eternal feels like infinity. Baby, I run till the end of time just to have you in my life. Never let go. Give me your hand, come grab a hold. Let me touch you right to your soul. Let's do it together, make it last forever. Let's let it be for all eternity. Till the ends of the earth, I will follow you, girl. Love you forever, forever, forever. Till the ends of the earth, I will follow you, girl. Many girls have come and they have gone, but no one compares to you alone. Yeah. So baby, I'm trying to make you see our future feels like a fantasy. No doubt this love is here to stay, and I know you feel the same way. Never let go. Give me your hand, come grab a hold. Let me touch you right to your soul. Let's do it together, make it last forever. Let's let it be for all eternity. Till the ends of the earth, I will follow you, girl. Love you forever, forever, forever. Till the ends of the earth, I will follow you, girl. Day I felt to be everything you thought you'd ever need. I love you forever. I love you forever. Girl, I love you forever. I promise I'll always be true, 'cause can't nobody do it like you. I love you forever. I love you forever. Girl, I love you forever. I love you forever. Never let go. Give me your hand, come grab a hold. Let me touch you right to your soul. Let's do it together, make it last forever. Let's let it be for all eternity. Till the ends of the earth, I will follow you, girl. Forever, forever, forever. Till the ends of the earth, I will follow you, girl. Forever. love into the sunlight. Can't believe I had you going all night. A touch here, pulled hair, back it up, right there. Girl, you know you did some things to me slowly. Got me thinking I should call you my shorty. You the type that I could bring around the homies. Down for me, I ain't never gotta worry. Tease me, kiss me, squeeze me. Tell me that you miss me. Tell me you and I are meant to be. Forever you and I T-Y. Cause I'm that guy. Love at first sight when you caught my eye. Never do I ever wanna make you cry. Baby, be mine and we'll fly so high, so high. It's the morning after. It's the morning after. We made love and I can't get enough. It's the morning after. It's the morning after. We made love and I can't get enough of you. Girl, I know in the past I was moving fast in my own world. You was there all along, I was so fine to you. Pearl, if I knew then what I know now, girl, you would have been in that wedding gown. House on the hill, queen with a crown. Oh girl, you know that you are my everything. Since you've been in my life, ain't been the same. I need ya, I want ya, wanna be there for you. So let me love you. It's the morning after. It's the morning after. We made love and I can't get enough. It's the morning after. It's the morning after. We made love and I can't get enough of you. Laying here in this bed, got so many things in my head. Thinking about how my life would have been if I met you way back when. But either way, I'm grateful for that love so beautiful. And I'm obsessed with showing you love, my love. Oh, baby, it's the morning after. We made love. I can't get enough. I can't get enough of you. We made love. I can't get enough. It's the morning after. Yeah. And I can't get enough. Can't get enough of you. It's the morning after. We made love. And I can't get enough of you. Yeah, yeah. I need you, baby. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Chike, what's going on?
Brother, what's going on with you?
I can't complain, you know. I had the weirdest thing happen to me last week. So Thursday I woke up and I could not walk. I could not walk at all. And my ankle was just in so much pain. Like touching the blanket, it just was in pain. And so one of my friends said, "You might have gout." I said, "Gout? I'm too young to have gout." But apparently I'm not. And so I don't know for certain if that's what it was. But what happened was I talked to an old coworker of mine who I knew had it. He's 10 years older than me. He had it maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. And I asked, because I had Googled what the symptoms were, and it usually says your toe swells up and you're in pain. and it feels like a burning sensation, and I was naming all this stuff. I didn't have any of those.
But normally with gout though, like even the weight of the sheet being on your toe or on your foot, that would be agony.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So you would have known. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
wow.
The only symptom I had was pain. It wasn't swollen or anything. And so I called my old coworker, and he said that he had the regular symptoms, but he said he had a friend that did get gout in his ankle, and he said if you do have, you're gonna have to change your diet. And I said, what do you mean? He said, well, you can't eat shellfish. And that's when I figured I had gout, because the night before or day before I had some shrimp and like a salad for lunch, and then for dinner I had crab legs and I had lobster claws. But the lobster claws, one of them smelled a little off. But once I cooked it, I was like, it's not actually wasn't bad. I think that's what it is that gave it to me. And so, I mean, when I tell you I was in pain, I had to cancel all these meetings. But I woke up Friday and I said, I'm going to walk today. And I felt a lot better. And Saturday it was like really swollen, but I still was able to get around. It didn't hurt. It was just uncomfortable. And now I went to the gym today, had a good workout. Yesterday I went swimming, so it's definitely a lot better than it was. But I was like, gout.
Praise the Lord. Yes. Well, they say that's the rich man's issue. Only people that eat decadent foods can get that.
Well,
she
and I love seafoods and shellfish and all that. So I'm praying to God. One of my friends said I should eat some crab legs over the weekend and just double and check it. I said, no, I'm not doing that. Not right now. Anyway.
Oh.
How was your weekend?
Weekend was pretty good. I've been doing like crazy amount of time at work. So Saturday I did nothing. I stayed home totally. And then on Sunday, went up to New York to House Music Festival in Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah.
They normally only have those like in the summertime, so I try to get to the ones that are in my tri-state area during the summer. I try to get it in, dance like a wild banshee, just release stress and energy, and was around good people, listen to the beats, just fellowshipping with people and bonding over music. It was a beautiful thing.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
And Aaron, how was your weekend?
It went by too quick.
Yeah,
but it was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, the summer's just gone by fast.
Yeah, it is going.
It's pretty much the middle of August now, and yeah, the summer's pretty much over.
That's true.
I wanted to piggyback off of your gout situation for just a second. My grandfather had it.
Yeah.
And he had it in his knee, and I remember and it was so bad that, and I was a child, but I remember it very, very, very clearly. We had to take him to the hospital. Once we took him to the hospital, as soon as he got out of the car, he had to sit in a wheelchair. And he was in the wheelchair, and they took him to his room, set him in his room, whatever. The doctor came in, and I remember seeing a needle, and they stuck a needle in his knee.
Oof.
And they drew out all this fluid. It was like a lot of fluid.
So his knee had swollen.
Yeah.
See, I didn't swell at all. Like, I did not swell at all until it swelled on Saturday, but like when I was in my extreme pain, it wasn't swollen. It looked like my regular ankle. You know what I mean? It was crazy.
Well, you were pretty fortunate then that it didn't swell.
Yeah.
It could have been much worse.
One of my friends trying to get me to go to the ER. I said no. I said I'm not sitting in there for hours and hours and hours. I just can't do it. But anyway, yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you're feeling better. So good.
I appreciate that. All right. Well, our question of the day is: what turns you off? What's something that turns you off, Chike?
Negative energy.
That's a good one.
Because it all starts with that, right?
Yeah.
Like anything, that's bad, it starts with the energy. And if you can detect it, they call it the power of discernment. If you can discern that the energy that you're feeling is of negative, negative in nature, you can either circumvent or remove yourself from the situation.
That's true. That's true. What about you, Aaron?
Over aggressiveness. Yeah, I mean, I'm all for being confident, being assertive, and even being aggressive. But there's a line where it's when it's too much, when it's like over the on top, and it just ticks me off. It turns me off. I will give you the peace out sign. I'm gone later. Yeah. I don't care for that at all. Yeah. At all. And also substance abusers, drugs. I don't like people that do drugs. So.
Yeah. So, for me, it's arrogance. I like confidence, but I don't like arrogance. There's a big difference, and so that's something that just turns me off. But tweet us at Stephen Knight Show, SHO, and let us know what's something that turns you off. All right, hot topic. So it was reported today that Aretha Franklin is gravely ill and fighting for her life, according to Showbiz 411. She reportedly is with her family in Detroit and has asked for privacy at this time. Now, a source says that the Respect singer is seriously ailing, and the situation is so dire that doctors have given her just hours to live. She was diagnosed with cancer back in 2010, but overcame the disease and continued to tour and perform. She's 76 years old and has canceled all of her public appearances this year, citing doctor's orders, and hasn't performed in public since November when she sang at Elton John's AIDS Foundation Gala. Now, Aretha Franklin, as we all know, her career has expanded over 60 years. Her hits include Natural Woman, Thank, Respect, Chain of Fools, and has helped her earn 18 Grammy Awards. What were your thoughts on when you heard this news?
Wow. She's the queen of soul. Like, wow. Like, my mom listened to her and Mahalia Jackson as, when I was a kid. For me, Aretha Franklin is probably the beginning of my music appreciation. Wow. So I started appreciating music with Aretha Franklin, and everyone else came after. Yeah. Wow. I would think I'm thinking of my mother during this time because I know that she really adores Aretha Franklin. So it's definitely going to be a low point in the Evans household. If anything happens to the Queen.
Yeah. Hey, Ron.
Well, it looks like I was very fortunate to have gone to an Aretha Franklin concert in Baltimore a couple years back. It was my first Miss Franklin concert. Initially, I didn't think that. Okay, let me just give you like a quick backstory. I wanted to see her perform just to say that I saw Miss Franklin sing live, whatever. Like it, I wasn't really hyped on it. But anyway, let me tell you this: this woman blew me away. She can sing. No, she can sing. This woman has a gift from God. Her voice sounded just as strong, as powerful. I mean, just like the record. I mean, kudos. I mean, I was just in awe. And I was so happy that I actually went to the concert because I'm telling you, first I was like, she's kind of too, that's kind of old school. That ain't really my thing. But no, I'm so happy that I went. Absolutely. So I feel sad for her and for her family, and it's not over until it's over.
Exactly.
So hopefully she'll be able to push through. But thoughts and prayers. Yeah. All the love.
Yeah. My mother loved Aretha Franklin too. She loved Aretha Franklin. I remember I bought her this it was like a 4-disc CD one year. I bought it for her, and she loved that. It was interesting. One thing I do when I'm bored at home, sometimes I'll watch like different people on YouTube, like performances, different artists, and somehow I ended up on watching videos of her from last year. and she was so skinny. I was like, I've never seen her this small. And so I thought something might be going on with her. But Roland Martin, he actually put on Instagram that people have been asking him, what's the status of her health? And he said that he's known for months, but he won't say anything until, it's okay to do so.
Yeah.
So our thoughts and prayers are definitely with her. I'm glad she's with her family and friends, and we just continue to pray for her to be at peace and at comfort and,
that's it. Yeah.
to get better if possible. Yeah.
Right.
Can I just say this one fun fact about Aretha Franklin, and this is why I admire her so much. So, some fun fact about Aretha Franklin. Through as many Grammys as she won and awards and, how many albums she made over the years, Aretha Franklin did not go to school for music until she was an adult. After she's won her Grammys, she took herself to Juilliard School of Music and she put herself through school. Even after being the Queen of Soul, she decided to go to Juilliard. I just thought that was so dope of her. Yeah. And so diva-esque to be already established and then decide to go and ace Juilliard, which is a hard school to get in, period.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's forever the Queen of Soul.
She is, definitely. All right, well, for our next topic, the White House is... There's a dirty game being played around the White House, and it's becoming more and more apparent that those who work for Donald Trump know that he is not to be trusted. So you're hearing these people, former housewives staff, that have been recording him, secretly recording him while being in the White House. Now, Omarosa, she recently, released some recordings of him. This is a conversation that she had with him after she was fired. TMZ posted it. Let's take a listen.
Omarosa, what's going on? I just saw on the news that you're thinking about leaving. What happened?
General Kelly came to me and said that you guys wanted me to leave.
No, nobody even told me about it. Nobody.
Wow.
They run a big operation, but I didn't know it. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
God damn it. I don't love you leaving at all.
The book is called Unhinged. Who does that refer to?
Oh, Donald J. Trump, absolutely.
Do you think he's mentally competent to do this job?
No, I don't think he's fit. And as we heard on the recording that you just played, he doesn't even know what's happening in his White House. John Kelly is running this White House, and Donald Trump has no clue what's going on. He's being puppeted, and that's very dangerous for this nation.
So a lot of people are saying that he was acting like he had no clue that she was being fired and he wasn't happy about it, but a lot of people are thinking he's lying. What is it to be said that these people who actually work for the White House, who know, security, just how important that is to be recording conversations with 45?
Okay, first off, can I just say this? With regards to the tape, it was hilarious how she was talking to him about, Kelly.
General Kelly, yeah.
Chief of Staff Kelly, yes. In essence, he fired me, yada, yada, yada. And Trump is like, oh, okay. So it was.
But he was acting like he did not know that he didn't know. He didn't know what's running under your regime.
He didn't know, but also it was like she was waiting on him to be like,
offer back, yeah.
I'll get you back in.
Uh-huh.
He didn't do that. He was like, oh, okay. It was actually awkward. It was pretty awkward. I think that he knew about it, but he kind of didn't want to. It was just awkward. It was an awkward situation. So, yeah. But it was funny at the same time. Hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Chicky, have your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, you can watch Celebrity Apprentice and see some of how Donald Trump handles his business. And he's really, really known for putting two ends against the middle. And I would not put it past him to do a lot of double talk, because he does double talk in his speeches, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what would stop him from playing one employee against another employee to get his agenda across?
Exactly. Yeah.
And I believe that's what he's doing. And the staff is probably sick of it, and they're probably proving to each other, oh, this is what he said. Let me record it, and I'll play this for you. So this starts the whole culture of no one being able to trust him because he's probably double talking everyone.
Mm-hmm. That's true. And the fact is, one thing he tweeted, of course, he called her wacky. He tweeted about her, called her wacky, and said that she was dumb. Same things he says when he doesn't like you. But he said that he's fired her 4 times. And so I was watching CNN today. They said, he always
didn't fire her.
Well,
he didn't fire her this time. I'm sorry.
Well, he was. They were saying that he always brags about bringing on the best people, how he works with the best people. They said, well, why would you hire and fire someone 4 times if you felt they were wacky and dumb? Do you really bring the best people around? And he's had the highest turnover in the White House, I think, ever. You know what I mean? So it's like...
Yeah.
This man is crazy.
Right. But he did not fire... Technically, he did not fire her. Mm-mm. Kelly fired her.
Right.
From what I've heard, he doesn't really fire people. He doesn't. I don't want to say a punk. He's scared. He's a chicken. He's all talk, no action. He'll have other people to fire people.
To do the dirty work, yep.
Tell them to their face that they're fired. He could have been on while she was recording them having that conversation. He should have had the cojones enough to be like, yes, you know what? I stand by Chief Kelly's decision. Yes, you are done. Goodbye. Good luck. But nah, he's like, oh, I'm sorry. He was. Anyway.
Well, another
they're
clip.
All liars.
They are. Well, another clip that Amara said the reason why she recorded the conversation that she had with General Kelly when he was firing her is because he took her into a room with, it was 4 men, just her and 4 men. And so she was kind of thrown off by that. But in the recording, she asked him, General Kelly, does Donald Trump know this is happening? And he said, I'm not going to get into all that. So it's interesting. She was saying that he does not run his White House, that she believes that he is unfit to be president. And she said that she was complicit with the rest of the staff by making it seem like he was doing all these wonderful things when really it's chaotic up in there. So I think it's going to be interesting. She has a book coming out, and I can only imagine what that's going to be. It's a tell-all book about her time in the White House. So we'll stay tuned for that. But look, let's take a quick break real quick, and we're going to come back with a few more hot topics right back after this.
I just lost my grandma and my girlfriend acting up. Drama all day, man, I'm feeling I'm trying to be a man, a really good man. But the more I try, seems I'm running out of luck. Come and pray with me. Yeah, come and pray with me. Yeah, come and pray with me. Yeah, come and pray with me. Taught me respect, no matter what, respect. Live life with no regrets. Love and spoil your mother. Love and protect your sister. Live life, don't be a pleaser. It's like loyalty and amnesia. Them boys will forget ya. No family always comes first. Our love will clean the dirt. I hardly go to church, but I thank God for these blessings. He taught me many lessons. I wanna thank you, Lord. I wanna thank you, Lord. Damn, you just lost my grandma and my girlfriend acting up. Drama all day, man, I'm feeling I'm trying to be a man, a really good man. But the more I try, seems I'm running out of luck. Come and pray with me. Yeah, come and pray with me. Yeah, come and pray with me. Come and pray with me. Come and pray with me. beside me. I just lost my grandma and my girlfriend acting up. Drama all day, man, I'm feeling fucked up. I'm trying to be a man, a really good man. But the more I try, seems I'm running out of luck. Come and pray with me. Yeah, come and pray with me. Yeah, come and pray with me. Yeah, come and pray with me. Yeah. I pray you achieve your goals. I pray you live life true. I pray you see the sunshine every day. I pray you get to where you wanna get every day. I pray you dream, yeah. We gotta hustle, yeah. We can't be poor, yeah. We got mouths to feed. We gotta hustle, 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 hustle every day. We don't give up, yeah. We got that power, yeah. Yeah, everybody, yeah. I just lost my grandma and my girlfriend acting up. Drama all day, man, I'm feeling fucked up. I'm trying to be a man, a really good man. But the more I try, seems I'm running out of luck. Come and pray with me. Yeah, come and pray with me.
baby. Tell me how you want it, baby. Tell me how you like it, baby. Tell me how you want it, baby. Tell me how you like it, baby. Tell me how you want it, baby. Tell me what you like to say. Scream it till the levee breaks. Be my soulful baby. Be my soulful baby. You could be my soulful baby. Soulful, I'll call you my soulful baby. Soulful, you could be.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is your girl, Naya, and you can listen to You Don't Really Love Me on the Stephen Knight Show.
All right, welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. So a 62-year-old man, well, before we get into that, I want to remind you all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Instagram, of course, our official website, thestephenknightshow.com. You can also check us out on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify. Just go to our website, thestephenknightshow.com, for more information. All right, so a 62-year-old man did the most vile thing at a dermatology center in Tallahassee, Florida. Now, according to the Smoking Gun, Robert Tyson was charged with 2 counts of misdemeanor battery for allegedly leaving semen in his female's boss' water mug. The 37-year-old victim, that's his boss, told the police that she sensed a distinct taste and smell when she was drinking out of her water mug on July 2nd. When she looked inside, she saw she was horrified. She saw a white-colored mucus substance floating at the top of the water. She detected the same substance in her water a week before. Now, when security footage was recovered, it showed that Tyson had snuck into the victim's office and poured a container believed to be semen into her drink. Now, all this is because, according to the victim, that Tyson thought that she wasn't an effective office manager. He had previously written letters to her supervisor saying that he was not satisfied with her management style. But it seemed like her bosses didn't do enough to remedy the situation, and Tyson had to resort to bodily fluids, apparently. Now, Tyson sent a letter admitting his guilt to the HR manager. He wrote that he was repulsed at the thought of his actions and went to say that he put a couple of drops of semen in her water. He has been ordered not to have any contact with the victim, but was released on bond with GPS tracking device. His next court date is September 5th. What are your thoughts?
It's utterly disgusting, and I probably would not, if it had been me or anyone in my family. I don't think that is beyond disgusting. I would not probably have had decorum at that point. I'm going to go on record and say I'm from originally Camden, New Jersey, which was listed as one of the worst cities in the nation for years in a row. So, needless to say, I have hood sensibilities.
Right.
So,
you can take it back.
That particular act would have brought out my hood sensibilities. So one day after work, Pookie, Raekwon, and them would have met him outside and saw him about what he put in that water bottle.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. I'm going to leave it alone.
Hey, Ron.
People have really they're losing them. They are loony. It's some sick loony people who.
I'm sorry, Aaron. To a degree, depending on the situation, that could be attempted murder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What if this dude has some AIDS or something? You don't. It's disgusting. It's utterly, baby. And I'm not even her, and I'm mad. So I can just imagine if I was her or her husband or her father or anyone close to her, I would be so livid. And I just think that he's not charged enough. There needs to be more charges to like this. This is premeditated. It's heinous. It's sick. Oh man. Oh boy.
What happened to throwing people under the bus? What happened to sabotaging at work? Not putting semen in their water. I mean, that's just disgusting.
Who would even think about that? Who?
62 years old too. Mental illness.
62.
62 years old.
Pop still.
He was 62 when she was 37.
I guess maturity just flew out the window.
Right. Exactly. Well, here's our last story. So, I don't know if you all saw, Kanye West was on Jimmy Fallon last week, and he had a lot of people shaking their heads in dismay when Jimmy asked him, did he think Donald Trump cared about black people or people, period? And West failed to respond immediately. Now, he said, you are so, you publicly and maybe bravely said that George Bush does not care about black people. What makes you think that Donald Trump does? What has he shown you that he, to prove that he does? And Kanye West didn't respond. He didn't have an answer. And so he tweeted about it after. He said, on Jimmy Kimmel, we had a great time having a dialogue. I'm reading that I was stumped by a question, but let me clarify the clickbait. I wasn't surprised. I wasn't even given a chance to answer the question. He said the question was so important, I took time to think. And then I was hit with, let's go to commercial break. That interview showed strong personalities with different opinions having a civil conversation. I was so happy when I saw Jimmy walk out in the Yeezys. That was an olive branch. He led with love. I appreciate Jimmy and his team. You guys are Jedis. Much love. Now, the problem is, though, Kanye did another interview prior to this with Charlamagne the God. And Shalimar asked him the same question and gave him plenty of time. Then gun commercial break, and Kanye West still didn't answer the question. So what are your thoughts on the fact that Kanye, because I don't know if you know, over the weekend after this interview, 45 tweeted thanking Kanye for his support. What are your thoughts on all of this?
That sunken place must be nice. That must be a nice resort, man. That sunken place is, it's real.
Yeah,
it's real. He is in it. He's in it big time. I mean, this, and I noticed also that in his Twitter responses, he didn't answer the question.
Right.
Like, he said all this time, and he still hasn't answered it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it's because he can't answer it or he won't answer it. Anyway, I'm so over this dude. Like, why do we even still have to talk about him?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
I'm done. Chike, go ahead, man. Take it. I'm not wasting my time.
At this stage in the game, I believe that there's an agenda. I don't know what the agenda is, but there's definitely an agenda. And not that I was a real Kanye fan anyway. Like, I can't say that I own any Kanye West art, except for stuff that he's done for other people. But Kanye, himself, I have not spent any money on anything for Kanye ever. And at this point, I never will. I think it's a sad representation or a show of his blackmanship. Like, his black card needs to be taken.
Yeah. I had heard about the interview, and so I pulled it up on Saturday. Watching him, it's like, I mean, he's so out of touch. He is. I do believe that, he did say he was bipolar, which, I mean, you can tell there's something wrong with him. There is something wrong with him.
Medicated to me. Yeah, like I saw the interview also, and it seems like he's either loopy, medicated, something. Just like you said, maybe there's bipolar. There's something.
Well, he said he's bipolar. But the thing is, like, he would go from smiling and then go straight to a straight face.
Right.
No transition.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
The elevator doesn't go to the penthouse. It doesn't go to the penthouse suite. I'm telling you.
I tell you this. he needs to take a page from Mr. O.J. Simpson's book. That sunken place can lead you down a different kind of road. He needs to be careful because they're not your friend. At the end of the day, you're still an African American. At the end of the day.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, Amron, thank you for jumping on for Hot Topics. I'll see you later on in sports. And, Chica, I'll see you later on in movie reviews, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right.
Right back after this.
You don't love me. You don't love me. No, no, no.
Speak to him, Naya.
I wash your clothes, rub your back, run your bath water. I raise your kids, love you down, do things for you. You decide to act like a fool, run around and leave me like you do. Every day I stood by your side. I pray to God that things would be alright. Say you love me, don't say you love me. Just show me you don't really love me.
Raindrops on my window pane. Tired of all the cloudy days that just never go away. Tired of all the raindrops on my window pane. Tired of all the cloudy days that just never go away. When you leave, it's like I lost the best part of me. Every time you go, control myself when you're in the room. way things ended. Why did it all go so soon? Tired of all the raindrops on my window pane. Tired of all the cloudy days that just never go away. Tired of all the raindrops on my window pane. Tired of all the cloudy days that just never go away. Where you live, it's like I lost the best part of me. And every time you go, I can't feel my heartbeat no more. Oh, baby, when you leave. You know what's funny is that you never let me go. Because when I try to leave, you beg me to stick around like, baby, please don't cut me off. Cause I ain't ready to leave you alone. What a joke, right? Now I'm sleeping by myself at night. You packed it up and ain't looked back twice. Am I the bad guy? I try to be a beacon. You cut off my light. I could have been a pastrami. It's like I lost the best part of me. Oh, baby, when you go, I can't feel my heartbeat no more. Oh, baby, when you leave, it's like I lost the best part of me. Baby, when you go, I can't feel my heartbeat no more. Oh, when you leave.
On the beat is too flexing.
If you taste my banana, you not go. If you taste my banana, you not go. My baby banana, baby, you not go. My baby banana, baby, you not go. If you taste my banana, you not go. If you taste my banana, you not go. Oh, my baby, my African lady, oh. She's my lady, my beautiful baby, oh. Oh, my lady, my African baby, oh. She's my lady, my fine sweetie, oh. See, I get the banana, a sweet, sweet banana. I get the banana, my big, big banana. You will like my banana, titi, sweetie banana. Oh, my baby, fun, fun baby, oh. Oh, my baby, my sweetie baby, oh. Oh, my baby, fun, fun, fun baby, oh. So I say, I will give it to you, sucker, sucker. I say, sucker, I will give it to you, my sucker, so you will take it, sucker. If you taste my banana, you not go. If you taste my banana, you not go. My baby banana, baby, you not go. My baby banana, baby, you not go. Oh, but we didn't make up a motica. Oh, my jula, oh, wait, up by me, Calebio. Najula, yeah, you know, up by me, Calebio. You know that the mono, Najula, up by my rejeo. Why, by me, Calebio? Why, you mother, the mo? I think you're the man, I'm telling my bamo, Calebio. You know, I'm telling my bamo, Calebio. Oh, my baby, my African lady, oh. She's my lady, my beautiful baby, oh. Oh, my lady, my African baby, oh. She's my lady, my fine, fine sweetie, oh. Sweet, sweet baby. See, I get the banana, a sweet, sweet banana. I get the banana, my big, big banana. You will like my banana, titi, sweetie banana. Oh, my baby, fun, fun baby, oh. Yeah, you will, mama, will, yeah, you will, you know that you male, yeah, you will, no, you will, yeah, you will, male, you male. If you taste my banana, you not go. If you taste my banana, you not go. My baby banana, baby, you not go. My baby banana, baby, you not go.
On the beat is too flexing.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's the First Lady Faith Evans, and you're listening to the Stephen Knight Show.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Our guest tonight is an actor, program director at Bawn Television, which is an online video streaming platform that creates original, scripted, and non-scripted content catered to the LGBTQIA community of color. Tonight, Anthony Bawn joins us. Tell us more. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking time out your busy schedule. Seems like you have a lot going on, huh?
Yeah.
All right, well, before we get into Bawn Television, tell us a little bit about you, your background and what got you to where we are today with Bawn Television.
Well, I kind of started out, I've always been acting ever since I've been second grade. But I pursued it in college and made it my career. Did everything like everyone else did that's in the arts. Moved to New York, tried to make it on Broadway. Mm-hmm. Didn't make it on Broadway. Then realized that there's a lot of me in Broadway. So, that was a failed attempt. Then got discouraged. Then went and got a corporate job. Then from there, I just was continuously searching for my way into the industry without trying to sell my soul to the industry. So I decided to create my own thing, and it first started with a talk show that my husband and a few friends of his came up with, and from there it turned into an online reality show. So it was 4 gay guys living in New York City. So from there, everything just went up and up and up, and I've been creating various different shows that has landed on Amazon Prime and Here TV and gotten recognition and awards and stuff, and here I am right now.
Wow. So when you were working that corporate job, I know you were thinking, this is not where I'm supposed to be, huh?
Exactly, yeah.
I think we've all been there.
I was making good money, but
it's not fulfilling, right?
Yeah.
So you went through all that, and then when did you go from the reality show and all that to creating Bawn Television?
Bawn Television wasn't created right away. Because we started the production company first, because a lot of people hired us to do creative stuff, creating HIV prevention campaigns for a lot of nonprofit organizations. And then a friend of mine from college had a movie script. It was titled something else at the time. But I read it, and I thought that it was a lot to do within, 2 hours. So I told him, let's space it out over an episodic, TV show. And that became my very first TV show that I've ever directed, was titled Cheetah in August, which is now on Amazon Prime and cable television as well.
Dope. So tell us about Bawn Television. Tell us, obviously we know it caters to the LGBTQIA community of color, but what kind of content in terms of just overall kind of shows and program do you have on there?
Well, the fundamental the mission statement for Bawn Television was to create ethnic LGBT content created for us, by us. Mm-hmm. But now what I want to do is that I want to get into the space where I want to be to include everybody.
Okay.
I want to not only just cater to the LGBT community, even though that's our core audience. I want to be able to have a heterosexual household be able to log on to Bawn Television and watch our shows, just as well as the Netflix and the Amazon Prime.
Right, exactly.
But I do want to keep our core audience for our community, to let people know that you can come here to watch relatable shows that people of color can relate to.
Okay. And I saw on the website that people can submit content to you. What in your mind, what would be an ideal show or something that sticks out to you that you say, I want this to join my network?
Well, we pay attention to the storyline. What exactly told and how it's being told and what perspective is it being told from, because that's important, especially when you're dealing with different types of communities. For example, I'm working on a transgender show that is told, but it's told from the perspective of a straight male a person who wrote the show, but the way that he outlined it is very interesting. How he sees the community, and from what his experiences within the community that he sees, it's very interesting once the audience get a chance to watch it.
Okay, nice. And I see you have a new, is it a series, Conframa?
Yeah, Conframa. Yep.
Okay.
It's confusion and drama.
Okay. I can only imagine. What's that about? What's the premise?
It's basically a show that talks about a married couple trying to explore the idea of adding a third person in their relationship or marriage.
There goes the drama. There goes the drama. And when does that air?
That airs in September.
Okay. So what do you want people to know overall when they listen to this interview and about Bawn Television? What do you want them to know? You told us your mission statement and everything, but what do you want them to take away to be when they're signing up or streaming on there?
Well, the takeaway should be more so in the sense that just know that you're supporting a community to keep the community going and to keep our stories and our voices, letting it to be heard, because that's very important, because we're not represented in the media marketplace. Really, if you really think about it, there's not like now more and more there are developing more shows that have primarily African American characters, or then there's some that have African American gay characters as the leading roles.
Yeah.
I just want people, when they're signing up, just know that it's a movement and not necessarily another subscription-based situation, because you never know. You have a subscriber who sign up and say, "Hey, I've watched all your content, but I would love to see this."
Right.
And then that spark another type of show, because you never know how many other folks are seeking that type of content or seeking to watch that type of story.
Exactly. And how does someone subscribe? Is it a monthly service?
Yes, we have a monthly service and we have an annual service.
Okay. So how we go about just going to the website?
Yeah, they can log on to www.bawntv.com, and then they can click on the sign up button, which is right there on the very first banner. You click on the sign up and then put in your information, email, credit card is 7 days of free trial, so you can try it out for 7 days. If you don't like it, then you can unsubscribe. But yeah, it's pretty simple.
Okay. So when you look back at what you've created with Bawn Television, and I saw you have a bunch of shows and programs up there, for you as a man, like are you proud of what you've created?
I am very proud, but there's still a lot more work to be done.
Yeah, I get that. Well, look, congratulations on it. You're doing big things. Tell everyone where they can subscribe, and if you want to shout out your social media and all that, let us know where we can keep up with everything.
Yeah, cool. So they can log on to www.bawntv.com. And it's $5.99 a month. I'm sorry, excuse me. And then for the annual service is $70. You can also download our mobile apps on iTunes and the Google Play Store. And you can follow us at Bawn TV on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, or you can follow me on at Anthony Bawn on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
All right. Well, Anthony Bawn, thank you so much, man, for taking time out your busy schedule to join us tonight, and continued success. Everyone check out Bawn Television. You can go to our website for more information, StephenKnightShow.com.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be right back after this.
Oh yeah, that Swift on them kids. Oh yeah, that Swift on them kids.
You gotta feel me. You gotta feel me, baby. Yeah, you gotta feel me. You gotta feel me just like a massage. Yeah. Little baby, I don't mean no harm. Right now, all I want is the car. You gotta feel me just like a massage. You gotta feel me. You gotta feel me just like a massage. You gotta feel me. You gotta feel me just like a massage. You gotta feel me. Little baby, I don't mean no harm. Right now, all I want is the car. You gotta feel me just like a massage. You gotta feel me. You gotta feel me just like a massage. You gotta. They can't see me, that's just a mirage. You know they can't see me. You know they can't. She be thirsty for all of my time. I just so cheese come with all of that wine. And like a massage, you gotta feel me. You gotta feel me. You gotta feel me, baby. When I touch her, she say that I'm gifted. And love with my presence like cooking. She call me December, she know I'm a winner. She callin', I'm busy, can't get you the business. Nah, you gotta feel me. Don't know how you don't feel me. Told her, baby, I'm guilty. Right now, all I want is the benches. She said that I'm dirty. I told her I just wanna be filthy. Me and broke it just rubbed me the wrong way. But baby, I don't mean no harm. How you gon' touch me? He ain't got no arms. You know I ain't playing. I don't hear what you saying. Being broke, it just ain't in my plans. You don't feel me much, ain't got no hands. You gotta feel me just like a massage. Yeah. Little baby, I don't mean no harm. Right now, all I want is the car. You gotta feel me just like a massage. You gotta feel me. You gotta feel me just like a massage. You gotta feel me. You gotta feel me just like a massage. You gotta feel me. Little baby, I don't mean no harm. Right now, all I want is the car. You gotta feel me just like a massage. You gotta feel me. You gotta feel me just like a massage. You gotta. It was all in the making. I knew I would make it. So close I could taste it. Ain't give me no chances. So I was just taking. Got that feeling like Jane Brown. Ain't no way she can turn me down. All that hating just turn me off. Paper hype me up just like a black and mild. You gotta feel me. Like leaves when they pat me down. Pockets thick, yeah, they feel it now. Going up like my kids. Feel me now, but they feel me then. I'm just feeling them in. No hard feelings, I get it in. And that's to the end. That they hit me just like an alarm. I know that they hit me. Now that I'm booming, she think I'm the bomb. Put it together just like a collage. And when I'm inside, I know that she feel me. Ain't picking her up, but yeah, I'ma go get her. You got to feel me like touching the mirror. You gotta feel me just like a massage. Yeah. Little baby, I don't mean no harm. Right now, all I want is the car. You gotta feel me just like a massage. You gotta feel me. You gotta feel me just like a massage. You gotta feel me. You gotta feel me just like a massage. You gotta feel me. Little baby, I don't mean no harm. Right now, all I want is the car. You gotta feel me just like a massage. You gotta feel me. You gotta feel me just like a massage. You gotta. Yeah, you gotta feel me. Yeah, you gotta feel me, baby. Don't know how you don't. Yeah, don't know how you don't. But you gotta feel me, baby.
So we taking over one time.
Man can never suffer, suffer, man can never suffer, suffer. Man rely on the waiting, but I'm in the setting. That's the nigga they chasing, but the trooper she jacking. Man can never suffer, suffer, man can never suffer. I'm relying on the waiting, but I'm in the setting. That's the nigga they chasing, but the trooper she checking. I said the trooper she waiting, she checking, she looking like she not know what they are talking. I told her that trouble she causing, the way that she rocking and shaking her too much. Onina Fatumata, put it on me like she from Kakatai. All the men is scatter, that all penny hour in a chocolate. When you tie your lapa and you wear your skin test, when you rocking your tuma, Bange, I won't marry you. Chamu, I won't take you. Anything you want, I give it to you. Take my setting. That's the nigga they chasing. But the jupa she jacking. Forget never suffer, eh. Suffer, eh. Forget never suffer, eh. Suffer, eh. I'm relying on the waiting. Man, I'm in the setting. That's the nigga they chasing. But the jupa she jacking.
What play you non see fun get capping? Like I said before, hungry line blocking. You leave it, another scamming with bop it. Grab it, squeeze it with dry face. That the time you will be trying how to catch it. You know you're missing a casa for bete. You fix it, all five trying how to catch it. Then you want speed series now till they get. Pretty girl, let me take you out of dinner. I got a cheddar, forgive me, I was a sinner. Gonna be better from January down to December. Take trips, go to spots even in the winter. So sexy, gorgeous and beautiful. Everything that we do is so memorable. I'm feeling you from your head down to your toes. Don't have to speak on it, I'm gonna show.
I'm relying on the waiting. But I'm in the setting. That's the nigga they chasing. But the jupa she jacking. Forget never suffer, eh. Suffer, eh. Forget never suffer, eh. Suffer, eh. I'm relying on the waiting. But I'm in the setting. That's the nigga they chasing. But the jupa she jacking.
Anytime she walking, the boy them be watching. Anytime she walking, the boy them be jaking. Baby girl, you temptation. Anytime you turn girl, you confusion. Baby girl, you temptation. Anytime you turn girl, you confusion. Baby girl, you blow my mind away. Anytime you turn like way, girl, you make me wanting you tonight. Forget, never, you never suffer.
Suffer, forget never suffer, suffer. I'm relying on the waiting. But I'm in the setting. That's the nigga they chasing. But the jupa she jacking. Forget never suffer, suffer. Forget never suffer, suffer. I'm relying on the waiting. But I'm in the setting. That's the nigga they chasing. But the jupa she jacking.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Chike, how's it going? You holding down movie reviews by yourself?
Solo I am, brother. Solo I am.
Well, I'll let you go ahead and take it away.
So I saw the featured release, Blind Spotting, which stars David Diggs and Rafael Casal. And both of them act as writer and producer for this feature film. It stars both of them, and it also stars Tisha Campbell-Martin. This film is primarily about a young gentleman who gets released from prison. He's on parole, and he witnesses a murder. And he's trying to maintain his freedom while being on parole after witnessing a murder by a police officer. And he has this friend that's, in his circle who's constantly dirty. Dirty in the sense meaning he's always doing something illegal. Either he's carrying a gun or he's doing something that puts him in harm's way. And he's just trying to stay on the straight and narrow. And this is a comedy, but it touches on the seriousness of post-incarceration. And, we've talked about this in the past, about people that are caught in the system, and the system is really devised to keep you in the system or to keep you locked up. Pretty much a situation with Meek Mills.
Right, exactly.
And how Meek Mills has been on probation for 1,000 years, and you can't really do anything while you're on probation or you're on parole. You can't. You basically can go to work and go home without any blemishes, because one little blemish and right back in you go.
Exactly.
And I think that this movie, I know that this movie speaks to that narrative, and I think that it is an awesome message in this movie if you receive it that way. This movie won, let's see, the Cinetopia Film Festival for the Directors Award. It also won the Palm Springs International Film Festival, the Directors to Watch. And at Sundance, it won the Grand Jury Prize, which is the big award. So the movie received high accolades. It grossed opening weekend worldwide $3,558,000, which to some of the other movies that I reviewed isn't much money. But most movies that have a message and that are poignant, that come from people of color, normally don't gross that well anyway. This was a little engine that could. This was an indie movie that made it to mainstream. Definitely go out and support this movie. I give it 2 thumbs up because the message is awesome and it'll make you laugh at the same time. That was the only film that I saw this weekend.
Okay.
To come, The Meg, which I was very skeptical about. I didn't see it, but I was very skeptical about it. That's why I didn't see it. I thought it was going to be cheesy. And I do love shark movies. But from people that have told me that they've seen it, they said it's worth seeing. So I'm going to go check it out on the strength of I need to see it for myself.
Right, yeah.
And Slender Man, I still want to see. Mile 22, which is a Mark Wahlberg film, which he doesn't really put out shabby films. But what I'm starting to see is that he sticks to, the action, crime, drama type. And a movie up and coming is The Billionaire Boys Club. Looks like it's going to be pretty good.
All right.
Yeah, that's all I have for now.
Okay.
And if you ever want to follow your neighborhood Chike Evans, you can follow me everywhere, Chike Evans, and absolutely Chike on Instagram and Twitter. Please follow. Please let me know the shows that you're watching. Of course, what's going on now. Power Insecure just came back last night. I'm watching an awesome miniseries on HBO called Sharp Objects starring Amy Adams. The Affair on Showtime. And I said Power, didn't I?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what else am I watching? Animal Kingdom and Claws. Those are the shows that I'm watching right now. Tweet me, inbox me, DM me, tell me about what you're watching or what I should be watching. And we have a new season of Orange is the New Black that I'm making my way through. And guess what, Stephen? Our friend Robin Hood is on Orange is the New Black this season.
Oh, wow. Wow, congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, as always, Chike, thank you for letting us know what to spend our money on and what not to. Have a great week. We'll talk to you next Monday.
Absolutely.
All right. Right back after that.
I'm only taking what I need. The world is waiting for me. I won't sit home any longer. Since I've died, enough hunger. And I should be making a difference. I know I'm telling the truth. Wasted potential is the death of many. Yet there's plenty of dead men who live. 'Cause their words out to my suitcase. I'm gonna make a difference, not gonna walk in ignorance, make the world listen. I'ma leave an imprint. Yes, they gon' know I'm here, the world is gonna be my stage. And when I'm long gone, they gon' talk about me, they gon' read about me. I'm gonna leave a legacy, a legacy. Yes, you and me, gon' make history. Wasted potential is the death of many. Yet there's plenty of dead men who live. 'Cause their words live on, though they've been long gone. Yes, I know I wanna be like them. I got places to be. Come on and get your stuff, let's dance it around. It's time to go, let's hit the road. I'm gonna be living out to my suitcase. Cities, state to state, country to country, spelling the hate. If that's what it takes, that's what it takes. Out to my suitcase. Let's change the world for every boy and girl. Let's lend a hand. Let's take a stand. When facing fears, they'll disappear. Let's change the world for every boy and girl. Let's lend a hand. Let's take a stand. When facing fears, they'll disappear. They'll disappear. I got places to be, things to see. Let's hit the road. It's time to go. What we waiting for? I'm gonna be living out to my suitcase. Country to country, spelling the hate. If that's what it takes, I don't mind living out to my suitcase. Places to be, things to see. I got places to be. It's time to go. What we waiting for? I'm gonna be living out to my suitcase. City to city, state to state, country to country, spelling the hate. If that's what it takes, I'm living out to my suitcase. If you believe in your dream, won't you sing and say, out to my suitcase. If you believe in your dream, out to my suitcase.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's Gary L. Gray, and you are listening to the Stephen.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Aaron Cosby. What's going on?
Stephen Knight. Stephen Knight.
Yes, sir.
Good night. What's up, Knight?
Nothing. I can walk. That's the most important thing. So what's going on in the world of sports?
Well, there's not much going on. You know, the summer's kind of,
yeah.
You know, it's kind of light and everything. But I guess if I have to talk about anything, it would be NBA. These trades they are going down.
Mm-hmm.
Carmelo Anthony, who was with the Atlanta Hawks for like 5 minutes. I mean, literally there and gone. Yeah, he has signed with the Houston Rockets.
Houston Rockets, yeah, I just read that.
Yeah.
And
the coach? What are your thoughts?
The coach says he thinks he'll fit in better there, and it'll be easy for him to coach him. What do you think about that?
Yeah. Melo, Melo is interesting, man. I don't know, like Melo. I'm trying not to say anything crazy because I have a feeling that Melo's probably a really nice person. I could be wrong. I don't know him, but from energy, from what I feel like he's a really cool dude. I just feel that his game. I'm okay. I don't think that he has an assertiveness to his game. I don't think that he's aggressive with regards to his work ethic. I don't.
Okay.
I think that he's kind of lazy when it comes to his work ethic.
He does the bare minimum.
To his game. And a part of me feels that him being on Houston will actually bring the team down. And I hope that's not the case. I hope that James Harden and the Rockets will actually bring Melo's game up.
Step his game up. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm hoping, that he'll realize that he's on a championship caliber team, and that he'll play up to that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm hoping. Mm-hmm. From what I feel, though, I don't know. I'm kind of iffy on that, because Melo, I don't know. Melo seems okay. When I look at LeBron James's game and I look at Melo's game, they both are roughly around the same height. They're roughly around the same, weight. They came out at about the same time. I actually think, that they were both drafted in the same year, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Melo might have came a year before, or vice versa, but I believe that they were the same year, in the same draft class. LeBron came right out of high school. Melo just 1 year of college, so they're again the same age, pretty much. I don't know, like Melo to me, when he left Denver, it just went downhill. His game just went south. I mean, he just got lazy, man. It's just, I don't know. Something's off. Something's off. So I'm hoping that the coaching staff and the players in Houston and James Harden, leadership. Come on, James Harden.
Yeah.
And MVP, you need to let Melo know, which he should already know, that is your team and that you are expecting greatness out of Melo. No lazy stuff. None of that.
Most definitely.
Take that lazy stuff back, some other team, but not Houston. So I don't know. I'm kind of torn.
Guess we'll see what happens. I really want to talk about what everyone's been talking about, and that's, with the NFL preseason, everything, the protest. Because that the first game, that was last week, right? The first games were last week.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of protests, throughout the league.
Right.
And of course, 45 tweeted that the people should be fired. But the NFL, I didn't realize that the NFL they had come out with the rule that the teams would be fined
initially,
but they rescinded that until they could work out. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know they had rescinded that. So
I thought that I mentioned that last week.
I don't know, but that's good.
Anyway, but yes, but that is the case. Yes, they initially had a policy where all the players had to either stand or be in the locker room during the national anthem.
Yeah.
And then the players association and fans and stuff kind of said, nah, that ain't gonna work. And then the NFL was like, all right, we'll rescind that.
Okay, fine. Exactly.
Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah.
Just joking.
Right. We're just joking, y'all. We just joking. I don't want. It's not that I don't care, Stephen, but it's just that I'm tired of giving this current occupant of the White House my attention. I'm just.
I'm talking about from the NFL, because I know some people are conflicted on what should they be watching, shouldn't they be watching. You know what I mean?
So you mean as far as like viewership?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going because I was one of those people that at first said, "Nah, well, I'm going to ban. I'm going to boycott the NFL." I'm not going to do that, because there are people that whose jobs depend on the viewership, and I'm just I'm not going to do. Now, am I going to watch every game, no.
Just your favorites.
Not like I used to. Like I'm going to be very selective of the games that I watch.
Yeah.
Now, Dallas Cowboys. Nah, I'm not gonna watch the Cowboys.
Is that the coach Jerry? What's the name that said that he would?
He's
find?
the owner.
Yeah, the owner. I'm sorry, the owner. Yeah. He said that he would find.
Jerry Jones. You know, he wants them there boys to be there on that line, on that line, boy.
Exactly.
That's Jerry Jones. And,
Well, there was a post I saw over the weekend that says NFL players can't protest racial inequalities, but the KKK can march to D.C. on Sunday. This is America.
Come on.
This is America.
Come on, with their own train car.
But I heard they were outnumbered though. They were outnumbered.
Oh, DC wasn't playing. They like, please,
Right.
you are really not up in here. No, sir. No,
Exactly.
sir.
Exactly.
It's not happening. No. But yeah, I will watch certain games. Falcons, got to. I mean, come on, my Falcons. And Arthur Blank is a cool owner. No, yeah. Like teams that have cool owners, cool leadership, cool players that understand why these men are kneeling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to support them.
And I can't remember.
The NFL has backed off and said that
they won't do it.
They are rescinding that policy, so that's cool. If they had not, this is my thing. If the NFL would have just said flat out, pretty much what Jerry Jones said, toe on the line, that's it. Not even giving the option of sitting in the locker room. If they would have went that route, I'd have been done with all 32 teams in the league.
But then there was the one coach, I can't remember who it was, but he said that if the NFL did, impact that, or what's the word I'm looking for? If they did put out that rule, that policy, then he would pay the fines for the players.
Yes.
Yeah. So there are some good people in there. You're right.
I think that was the Dolphins.
Yeah.
I'm the Dolphins or the Jets, one of the two. Dolphins.
Okay.
No. I think it was anyway. It was an owner who said that he would cover the fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, I could do that. See that team.
Yeah, exactly.
I could support that.
Mm-hmm.
I could support that. But Jerry Jones, nah, sir.
Yeah.
No, sir. Nope. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Not here. Not today. But yeah, so what are your thoughts on it? Are you going to be watching the NFL this season? Are you going to boycott? What's up?
I'm on the fence, but I think the fact that I did hear that that the NFL did not rescinded that policy. I feel better about that. You know what I mean? And the fact that these players are still protesting, I think that's big and that's powerful. So I think it's still one of those things that people still need to be outspoken about, but I don't see anything a problem with watching it because that policy's not there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And this whole thing with the occupant of the White House, doing this whole his act, if you will, because this to me is performance. He's performing in
deflecting
front
from
of
what's really going
crowd.
on. Mm-hmm.
This is all he does. He is a clown. He is a circus clown. And when the media stops giving this man what he craves like a child, which is attention, that's all that he wants is attention.
Exactly.
I feel that the media hopefully will not go down the rabbit hole that they did last year by allowing him to overtake the narrative, if you will. Hopefully this time they're like, okay, there he goes again, saying the same. It's like, it's old news. We are not going to give it that much attention. All right, he tweeted the players shouldn't be, protesting, blah, blah, blah. Next, moving on. Yeah, that type of thing. So
I agree.
We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's pretty. Oh, can I just mention this quickly also? Jarvis Landry, wide receiver, Cleveland Browns. Big ups. Cleveland Browns. They are the team that is featured on HBO's Hard Knocks this season. I don't know if you heard of that.
I have heard of
of that show. Okay, yeah. All right. All right. So first, also, can I give a shout out to Coach Jackson of the Cleveland Browns? He lost his mother recently.
Man.
So yeah.
And
So shout out to you, Coach Jackson, and to your family. All right. Jarvis Landry, he called his team out, saying that being lazy is contagious, and that these players need to start, playing with some pride and practicing. Stop being lazy and not practicing, because he said this whole culture in Cleveland of being losers is over. He's like, this is over now, because Jarvis played with the Dolphins.
Okay.
So this is his first year with the Browns, and so he called them out. He called them out, and I was there for it. I applauded it like, yes, sir, absolutely. Called them out on it. Yeah, because I like when he said that it's contagious. Being complacent is contagious. Yeah. I'm like, wow. Mm-hmm. I'm like, that is facts. So yeah, Hard Knocks, HBO, check it out. The second episode comes out this week. I think it's on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but anyway, this week, HBO. If you haven't watched it yet, you can watch the first episode on demand or on the HBO app. And that's all I'm plugging for HBO. I'm not going to do any more because they're not paying me. So, all right.
Exactly.
If they cut me a check, I would say HBO every second of every single day. Yes. Anyway, that's all I got, man, on sports.
All right.
And that's it.
All right, everyone. Well, as always, thank you for Ron's perspective. Have a great week and talk next Monday, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Right back after this.
Your love is showing me my path. My heart belongs in your grasp. I only see you underneath your light. I can't survive without your kiss. My life dripping from your lips. I'm nowhere if I'm not by your side. It feels like time slows down, and every breath is getting longer. I feel my heart sinking to the ground, and every weakness is getting stronger. And as I'm falling, I can feel you lift me up underneath your wings. And it's every touch how you take my love and bring it back to life. You bring it back to life. I feel your fire burn underneath my skin. And it's every touch how you take my love and bring it back to life. You bring it back to life. And I'm breathing in every single sound you make. I can feel your words all in the air. With your voice making my heart beat. If your soul is all I see, it's like the rest of the world is not there. It feels like time slows down, and every breath is getting longer. I feel my heart sinking to the ground, and every weakness is getting stronger. And as I'm falling, I can feel you lift me up underneath your wings. And it's every touch how you take my love and bring it back to life. You bring it back to life. I feel your fire burn underneath my skin. And it's every touch how you take my love and bring it back to life. You bring it feel you lift me up underneath your wings, and just every touch, how you take my love and bring it back to life. You bring it back to life. I feel your fire burn underneath my skin, and this every touch, how you take my love and bring it back to life. You bring it back to life.
All right, what's going on, y'all? This is Ricardo Grimhart in the airwaves. Right now, you listening to the Stephen Knight Show. Hey, don't go to sleep without saying your prayer.
Nirvana, Nirvana, Nirvana. I'ma live for this Nirvana. I'ma ride for this Nirvana. I'm so down for this Nirvana. I'ma clown for this Nirvana. I'm killing this Nirvana. I'm drilling this Nirvana. I'ma ride for this Nirvana. I'ma slide for this Nirvana. My gang know how I roll. I'm working on Rocky Road. My brain be solar loaded. My ride be solar floating. I dream of being gifted, dodging the penitentiary. They say that I'm a villain. No murder case, I ain't killing. They don't know how I roll. Obstacles kicking on. Trap door is steady open. Robbing, banging, and smoking. I'm pushing up, then coasting. I'm pouring steady locusts. I married Mary Jane, just bearing all my pain. You think I ain't gon' ride, nigga? You might be insane. Don't know I ain't joking. The mission is in motion. I'ma live for this Nirvana. I'ma ride for this Nirvana. I'm so down for this Nirvana. I'ma clown for this Nirvana. I'm killing this Nirvana. I'm drilling this Nirvana. I'ma ride for this Nirvana. I'ma slap for this Nirvana. What up, sir? With my homies on the curb, yeah. Sip my last to my homie locked down, yeah. See men die with my eyes, yeah. And the good die young, that's truth, yeah. All my fam ride for the same thing. Make it to the top, dodge that chain gang. 10 years in the streets, I done seen things. 6 times been in jail, I done heard things. Real recognize real, that's the truth, yeah. Fake recognize fake, that's proof, yeah. My bros, they ride or die. I know they real, alright. Gang, 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 all they speak of. Bang, 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 ring tears, cause I'm gonna live tonight. I'm gonna slide. I'ma live for this Nirvana. I'ma ride for this Nirvana. I'm so down for this Nirvana. I'ma clown for this Nirvana. I'm killing this Nirvana. I'm drilling this Nirvana. I'ma ride for this Nirvana. I'ma slap for this Nirvana. 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 loving me wrong. I'm tired, and I'm moving on. You feel me, no, I'm like a bum. Stop loving me wrong. Why you keep loving me wrong? I'm tired, and I'm moving on. You feel me, no, I'm like a bum. Stop loving me. I was with you, but living a lie. I was giving you life. You were loving me wrong for a while. You were cheating, but standing in denial. You're loving me wrong, you're loving me fake. Stop feeling my head and feeling my tank. Ain't I was so dumb to stay in the phase, cause I was so lost and stuck in your maze. Stuck in the sex, was stuck in the love. I let you dishonor my name and my love. I let you dishonor my pride like a fool, denying myself just so I could choose you. I was with you but living a lie. I was giving you life. You were loving me wrong for a while. You were cheating but standing in now. Why you keep loving me? You're loving me wrong. You're leading me on. You gotta stop loving me. Stop loving me wrong. You're loving me wrong. You're leading me on. You gotta stop loving me. Stop loving me you me wrong. You were fake and foul and wasted out. I can, I will, I won't allow you to change my soul or change my sound. So carry the bed that you slept around. You crept around when there's no doubt.
This is Savage.
And this is Ty.
And we are from the Articulate Podcast, and you are listening to The Stephen Knight Show.
Well, that's our show. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Shout out to Anthony Bawn again for joining us tonight. You can go to our website at StephenKnightShow.com to learn more about Bawn Television. Have a great week, and God bless. Good night.
Night is long, eyes on